Good morning, students. I welcome you all for the Control System Lab. So today we are going to conduct an experiment on load test on DC servo motor and obtain their speed torque characteristics. What is a servo motor? A servo motor is a rotary actuator or linear actuator that allows for precise control of angular or linear position, velocity, and acceleration. It consists of a controller, regular motor, sensor for positioning at particular angle. It incorporates a closed loop mechanism, means it depends on the feedback that is being obtained from the output. So it is controlled by electric signal, either it may be analog or digital. What are the applications of these servo motor? There are many applications of these servo motors. To name a few, it is used in robotics, CNC machines, milling machines for metal cutting and forming to provide specific motion. So tracking system. So here in a solar panel, we need to track the rays of the sun. So that for that purpose we are going to use these servo motors, and also in automatic door opening closing, especially in public places like hospitals, theaters, supermarkets. And these are also used in camera lenses to get focus precisely. So these are few applications which I have mentioned. So classifications of servo motors, they are mainly classified into two types: AC servo motor and DC servo motor. So these are the diagrams for these pictures of the DC servo motor and AC servo motor. So this is the circuit diagram for which we are going to conduct experiment today. So here in this DC servo motor, so here we are going to use an RPS supply which will be connected to an inbuilt servo motors where fuse everything will be present. And here the load test is nothing but it will be conducted on the spring load. So here you'll be having ammeter to measure the current and speed will be displayed. So here the circuit diagram will be shown in the figure. So what happens? Initially you're going to keep the regulated power supply to 24 volt, and by varying the different loads you're going to note down the by varying the loads in terms of 50 grams. So you're going to note down the armature current, speed that is being shown. So as we know that as you go on loading, what happens for the armature current? Armature current increases whereas the speed goes on decreasing. So the same procedure will be conducted for keeping the armature voltage constant at different voltage, that is at 20 volt and at 50 volt, and the same procedure is repeated. Then you're going to calculate the torque for the tabulated results. Then you're going to plot the graph of speed versus torque is being plotted. So next the video will be played after this. The video will be played now. Thank you. Watch the video.
Experiment on DC servo motor. So your aim of the experiment is going to use a DC regulated power supply and this servo motor set. So here a load of 50 grams will be varied. The only connection you are going to do is the connection of the regulated power supply with the servo motor should be given. So here the main procedure is, so this is only the circuit connection. The supply will be switched on. So here the voltage is adjusted to 24 volts. So here the maximum available voltage for this servo motor is, voltage will be kept constant. Now you are going to switch on the servo motor. Then you can see that this is the armature current and this is the speed that is being displayed. Now by varying the load, we can see that the change in the armature current means as you go on loading, the speed should decrease, and like this we are going to take the readings for by keeping the armature, that is the armature voltage constant at 24 volts. Next, repeat the same experiment by keeping the voltage as 20 volts and 15 volts, and note down the armature current and the speed, and also you should note down the load, that is F1 and F2 you have to note down and calculate as per the tabular column. You need to note down the things in this tabular column, and you are going to plot the graph of torque versus, that is speed versus torque. You are going to get the graph for different voltages V1, V2 and V3.